ASMR video. So always to help you to rest, reset, and connect. Rest, reset, and connect. With me and with each other down below. In the comments. Most importantly, with yourself. And this community is a safe space for everyone. And I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for your time, for clicking on this video out of all the videos on the interwebs. It's like a destiny, so thank you for being here. I wanted to start this video. This is going to be a DJ Maxx purse haul. I got 2 new purses for winter. I just want to like scratch and tap. One of them is like leather gingerbread house vibes, and the other is pink and fluffy and fuzzy, like Uggs vibes. So stick around for that. Very, very quickly, I just want to pour a glass of white wine with you and to celebrate that we're like starting the Christmas season on this channel, which is hilarious because after I film this, I'm going to film a doll scale Halloween clearance order. Oh, so the wine I wanted to try. Well, I'm not trying it, but I wanted to recommend it to you to try. And what I'm going to cheers with you is Honeymoon. Now this is a California-based brand, and it's sold at Trader Joe's. You've probably seen it before if you shop at Trader Joe's. It has like florally scents to it, but also like a goldeny vibe. It's described as, and I think this is pronounced Vyuknie. It is kind of like a white wine blend, I would say, but I'm not a sommelier, darlings, or nor. It is vinted and bottled by Trader Moon Wine Co. in Manteca, California. It says Vyuknie is a rare and stylish grape honey with golden hues and amazing floral scents. Our honeymoon Vyuknie is named after the June full moon, which signifies the moment when the sweet scent of flowers turn into young grapes. And I was about to be like, and start their first day of high school. Like, I can't. Creating this lush, full-bodied wine with peach, apricot, and honeysuckle aromas, followed by a luscious honey, mango, and nectar finish. So it's kind of, to me, the taste and the notes I pick up the most are the honey and the apricot. It says it pairs perfectly with Thai coconut-based curries and is a tasty choice for lobster, roast chicken, and sole. Anyway, I love that it's named Honeymoon. It's also like $6 a bottle at Trader Joe's. Wow. Trader Joe's. Okay, anyway. Here is the cute little moon on the cap. this was our wedding wine. We had a couple of different ones, but this was like our main white wine for one of our wedding wines. We just did beer and wine at our wedding reception. It smells like our wedding. And we would have this like at all of my bridal showers too. But I just like that it's so yummy. It's so drinkable. Oh my gosh, it's such a good summer wine. But we got married in October, as you know, so it, I mean, I don't know that it went with like whatever our wedding food was. I'm trying to remember. It was like chicken or something else. But I'm pouring it into this vintage wine glass from the 90s that my mom gave me. It does not have a brand, but if anyone wants to know, I'll text her and ask her. Just love the like snowy covered bridge. I don't know if that's a decal or what, but it's really, really faded. Like, it's faded. Here's the other side. It's just the same. But cheers to the holiday season. It's literally 40 degrees. So if somebody doesn't get that dog in their house, the one that's barking that I heard like 5 miles away because I'm Batman, I don't know. I'm gonna go like sit in its doghouse with it and drink this wine. Bring your pets inside for winter, guys, or I'll cry because I'm an Aquarius. It's very good. It's very like tangy tart, but in a fruity way, but not in a sweet way, because your girl does not like sweet wines or cocktails. Like, my little lipstick. I just really want to catch up with you. I want to catch up with my besties. So, I figured the wine would help. Not that we need it. I'm just saying, like, I have so much to tell you. And that Monster High video, it really took it out of me. Like, one of you commented and you were like, opening 24 days in one video. What madness is this? I literally went crazy. Just watch it all the way through. Like, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I don't know, but we needed to know, you know, like, I'll do it again. I'll do anything. If you guys were like, go to this like haunted location near North Carolina where you live, like, we'll do anything just to like figure it out together. But you know, we can try anything once, twice if we like it, 3 times to make sure, just like Mae West says. We won't be trying the Monster High Advent Calendar ever again on this channel. Mommy is not mad, okay? I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And I just don't really want to talk about it anymore. Also, this is an honest question for anybody that does makeup. Like, not does makeup professionally, that like likes makeup, or like, I'm just talking like any person. Where does my blush go? Because I'm putting it like in here, you know, in here, in here. I'm never gonna change my Rudolph nose, so let's not talk about that because I enjoy it. However, Like, someone needs to guide the way on Christmas Day. Christmas Eve. But, and also, like, do you get it? But for my cheekies, I just feel like I look pale or like angular or something. Should I bring my blush like here? Should I put it on my dark circles? Should I make it like that? Or like even less? Like I went to here. Should I only go to here? For my face shape, not like what you do, but just like look at me and tell me what to do. Make me pretty. Like, where does it go? Over? I don't know why I did that. That doesn't help you. The fake smile. Oh my god. Like, maybe like more right here. I give up. But like I feel like I need more blush. Like I need it. I'm living for blush. Okay, anyway. Here is the first of 2 TJ Maxx bags. And she was $27.99. It's a juicy couture fuzzy bag. And I love that little gold embossing on the heart. Now, what? $27, by the way. Let me take the tag off because I feel like it's not cute. I'm okay. And apparently it retailed for $99. Like, it's been almost 33 years of life. Like, TJ Maxx cannot trick me anymore. There's no world in which this was sold somewhere for $99. So don't. Y'all are crazy. Like, y'all will just lie. So here's, oh, and I love how this one says compare at $39. So which one is it? It cannot be both, Your Honor. It's got a little blush pink faux leather bottom, so you don't get the fuzzies dirty. Why is it like no matter what I try to do, it just comes out like Austin Powers? Girl, Kara ASMR, shout out to you, girl. Okay, but besties, I just dropped my fucking wine glass and it fell all over the carpet, so I'll clean that up in a minute. But like, this is why we can't have nice things. Okay, let's catch up and like just chit chat and maybe gossip, a little celebrity gossip, pop culture moments. But first things first, I wanted to thank you to the people that I wanted to say thank you to the people that commented about my acne that I've got right here. You can kind of see the texture of it under the makeup. It's like where all my acne goes to. It's just like my little chin jawline situation. It's like where my throat meets my jawline. And it's like, I hate it. And a bunch of you commented that it could be hormonal because of the location, and you're geniuses, you're right. I just wanted to say shout out and thank you, because I made a dermatologist appointment, and it was my first dermatologist appointment since I was a teenager, 32. And I used to have like really bad cystic acne, back knee, chest knee, neck knee, face knee, everything knee. I was one big sit, throbbing. And yeah, it was junior high and high school were brutal when it came to like my body and hormones and acne and stuff. So I was very lucky to have parents that were like taking me to the dermatologist once a week and getting me like microdermabrasions and trying to figure out like, okay, what can we do for her? Like, what can we get her on? But ultimately never really found a solution. I mean, I tried Proactive. Oh my god. I was there on day one, honey. Day one when it came out. And then I remember even, I was still in, I think, high school or college when the popularity started to fizzle. And they was put that shit in vending machines at the mall. And I was like, oh, I guess it wasn't all that. But let me tell you, doing like 5, 4, 6 steps by yourself when you're 13, that's a stupid ass idea that I wasn't qualified to be responsible for. Because I would like forget steps and mix them up, and it's just like the Proactive days. We tried Retin-A, Different Gel. I still like Different. It just doesn't like fully get it, you know, like it like minimizes it but doesn't like dry it out or like get it to go away. Totally random, but if you want to know like who I wanted to be, like what I wish I looked like, and like what I wish my skin really looked like, and like what putting on makeup was actually like what I wished it was actually like in the 90s, early 2000s. Watch the Disney Channel original movie Susie Q. Okay. The intro scene where she's like getting ready in the mirror. I want to go to there. Yeah, it's amazing. God, I need to watch that movie again. But anyway, made my first dermatologist appointment, and I tell you guys this stuff literally not for like pity or any type of like bad vibes. I wish that like Teen Vogue had stuff like this in it when I was little or younger. And I know like so many of us are like in such a better position than I was at your age, because you have like the internet. You have more of the internet than like Ask Jeeves, AOL, and Yahoo. And I love that. I love like how interconnected we are, and like how we can share tips and tricks, and TikTok is just mind-blowing to me. But anyways, I just want to be honest that I was really intimidated to make the appointment for whatever reason. Anxiety, flashbacks to crying on the way to the dermatologist when I was little, which again is a very privileged type of doctor to visit. Like it's not a general, it's a specialist. Healthcare is a privilege, unfortunately, in this godforsaken country, because it's not a right. It's not like a given. But anyways, I'm also not trying to minimize my experience, and all that to say, I cried. I was listening to Anti-Hero too, so that had, I'm sure, something to do with it. But yeah, I cried the whole way to the dermatologist, and And I had a great experience, and I was so glad that I went. And that's usually what going to the doctor is like for me. Like, I'm certain that they're gonna tell me I have like some rare incurable thing or something, or they're gonna be like, no wonder your skin is bad, you're a shithead or something. Like, I don't know. It's not even social anxiety. It's just like really like heightened anxiety of like worst case scenario constantly playing out in my mind, which I wanted to recommend Neil Brennan's stand up on Netflix to you. I watched that last night, and he was saying that he's like really not kind to himself and his thoughts, and that's something I'm working on. And I could just relate to some of the stuff he said. But the dermatologist said, you guys were right. I was like, my YouTube family says this is hormonal. I just feel like it's where all my stress goes to die. I was on birth control from age 15 to like 29, and what's the deal? And she was like, it's hormonal, literally. So I've gotten full prescriptions. I'm scared. I have not picked them up from the pharmacy yet because when I'm scared, I procrastinate, and I procrastinate when I'm scared. But, and I'm just being real. I'm not saying that's good. 2 of them are pills, and they're like antibiotics that I'll only take for 3 months, and then I will come off of those. The other 2 are like Accutane and Cicera or like something else. I honestly don't know, don't quote me, but one of them is Accutane. And my mom said that she and my dad had thought about putting me on Accutane, that it was recommended to them by my dermatologist when I was 13, and they talked about it together and decided against it and against telling me because they didn't want me to have really bad reactions to it, because I guess reactions are possible. Like, it can fuck with your body because it's new stuff going into your body. I think some of them really dry you out and can make you dehydrated, and I don't know, they were worried I wouldn't drink enough water or something and would just have bad reactions. But isn't that crazy? I'm not saying at 13 I'd have the money or like the authority within my household where I was the child to change that, but it's so interesting. Like, if you're not already in your mid to late 20s, early 30s, you're in for a ride of like the random shit that your parents will say and be like, oh yeah, we had that opportunity to do that for you, and we were like, no, because we knew better. And it's like, wow, I've dealt with this for 30 years and it never went away except for like a little bit with birth control. So, should I wait 30 more years and then see if a dermatologist says the same goddamn thing? Like, that's just one of the things. That's where I am in life with life. Is like figuring things out on my own and learning like the different options and like what's right for me. So again, I'm very grateful to my parents that like even set me up with a dermatologist. My mom had really bad cystic acne growing up, and she grew up in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Just didn't have enough, or like what they have today just wasn't available in terms of like going to the dermatologist in 1950, whatever. No. So I love this. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, and I don't like to be a label whore, but I am one for like iconic 90s and early 2000s brands. Because I'm like a 90s, early 2000s elitist. No, I'm kidding. And apparently a Legos elitist. I'm kidding. I really like the Juicy Couture right there and on the heart. And I'm just gonna shit you not that if that wasn't there and this wasn't here, like, hang on. Why are you so basic? Like, I don't think I would have purchased it, especially for $27, aka like $31. No. But I'll get into the other bag. But I really wanted you guys to know how much it meant to me that you were like real with me and shared your thoughts on the acne, because it's really helping me. Apparently it's going to. I haven't picked up the 4 prescriptions yet, but it's gonna be okay, I think. I mean, what I'm like really not saying that I'm like worried about and scared about is the dermatologist said I have to increase my water intake. I'm not drinking enough water. I know that's like a trope and a joke, and it's like, really at this point, camp, I don't know, like, it's not cute though. Like, we need to drink more water. I'm gonna work on it. I drink like 1 to 2 bottles a day of Evian, like big bottles. It's not good. Like, I wake up, slam coffee, work, try to remember to eat and drink water. It doesn't happen some days. Thomas is way better about it. And she was like, these will literally dehydrate you and send you like to the hospital if you don't like get your shit together. Like, they were like really serious with me about it. So I'm just kind of intimidated because already I'm not hydrated, so I feel like I need maybe a week to pound water or something. I don't know. Let's have a sip of wine. I'm trying my best, you know. They've scared me a lot. One of the things is they said one of the prescriptions is only a private label and only available at this pharmacy in like a different city 40 miles away, and they have to mail me these 2 prescriptions, and they're like $3,000 and $4,000, but they get a coupon that makes them like $40 and $50. And you're saying all this stuff to me. I'm already intimidated, but when you start like talking about it's really this, but there's a coupon and this and that, I'm like, what is expected of me? Like, am I gonna get scammed? My bells go off from like lawsuits I'm aware of, and I'm just like, so just like, if it's just 40 and 50 for everybody, insurance or not, like, and obviously not for whether you have insurance or not, because it's private label, then just say what it like works out to be. I don't want anybody like confusing me or scaring me, and I just feel like sometimes with specialty facilities and specialty healthcare in this country, it's a little intimidating. All that to say, don't let it be intimidating. Mellow's whispers. I will never get bored of your intro. Oh, I love you so much. I love you guys. Don't let confusing unknown things throw you. Honestly, I would just equate it to how you don't want to go to the gym because you don't know if you're going to be tired or sore. It's going to be a good workout, bad workout. If like all the machines will be taken, or you know, like any, like if you'll miss out on doing something else because you went to the gym. Not that I go to the gym, but it's just like an example of anytime you go and do something like that, like for me it would be horseback riding, it's always gonna be like a good feeling afterwards. Even on days I've fallen off or like had a scary experience, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I did that. And that's how I feel about the dermatologist. There's ups and downs and like weird and confusing moments, but I'm excited to hopefully get this taken care of. And they made me like, I'm being dramatic, but they were like, swear you're not pregnant or trying to get pregnant. And I was like, I'm not. And they were like, promise me. Lex, I love you so much. I love you. Thanks so much for your comments, you guys. They really help push the video to more earthlings. And I feel like we should share. Do we want to share? We should share with other people. So thank you. Lex. That's really the update on the dermatologist. This purse was the answer to a manifestation. I'm not even kidding. Also, that sounds so crazy and conceited to say. Oh, here's what happened. Twice a day, if not more, and I'm like not on TikTok all day, like maybe 30 minutes at night before I fall asleep. Rip. I was getting an ad for the Kate Spade Gingerbread House purse. Now you may know what I was talking about. If not, future L will insert a clip or a photo. And sometimes I have wine at night, or like lavender. And I just, at first I was like, am I just a bitch? Don't answer that, because I'll cry. What's that TikTok sound that's like, and if you want to call me a bitch, call me a bitch with feelings, or like a sensitive one. I just at first was like, Elle, like, you're rude. Like, it's not that bad. But I would like laugh at it and show Thomas and be like, how hideous is this? No offense if you have the Kate Spade Gingerbread House purse. I'm sorry. No, I'm kidding. It's cute. I'll tell you what it is. For me, I'd immediately buy it if it were not for the shingles. The roof is not giving what I needed it to give. The look and the texture of the roof angers me. I'm incensed. No, I'm kidding. I don't like it. It doesn't like, it makes it look less like a gingerbread house to me. But I love the idea of a gingerbread purse. And then I was scrolling through TikTok after, I would say, 4 weeks of seeing that. Like, I've been seeing it since before Halloween. And I saw somebody post a video that was like, things I loved at TJ Maxx today. And this gingerbread house purse was one of them. It's so cute. It's so much cuter than Kate's as well. And the door is sparkly. I also like the colors of this one a little bit better. I like that it's darker. I like that we're giving melted icing. I love this little peppermint. Oh my god, you guys. It was $90. Take my money, you know? Let me take the tag off. I have said woof and noise since I was like 10. I don't know. I think I heard it in like a skater movie or something, or like a surfer movie on the Disney Channel. Like, noise. sorry if that's lame, and it will not be changing. Oh, and the back is basic. More basic than Courtney's Halloween costumes. Thomas and I really want to go see the Blink-182 tour. It would be insane. I think we saw them, but it was without Tom. Yeah, I think so. Or maybe we decided not to go. I'm like, the fact I can't remember, that's insane. But we've seen like Kings of Leon in Nashville, Tennessee, and Germany. Like, we've seen a ton of concerts together because we've been together like 11 years. So I cannot remember them all. We had forgotten, you guys, that we had seen Korn together. Yeah. So a month or two ago, when I was like, we're gonna go see Korn and Evanescence, and it's gonna be iconic, I had seen Korn with Thomas. I don't know, I was just in a silly, goofy mood that day. Ooh, I just saw a street light go out. I don't know why I feel like the Mothman will now levitate downward from a tree, but I'm ready. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is I filmed 31 videos plus the 12 like shorts, reels of the Nightmare Before Christmas advent calendar. I filmed like 50 videos in October because of math. I'm trying to think, 42. And then I filmed, okay, so like 47 I filmed. I don't know if I can do that again. I really don't. Here's what I should say. If I do that again, instead of starting in September to like pre-film, I'm gonna have to start in August, and then I think it'll be doable. So lessons were learned. I did get sick, almost, and I wanted to tell you, I feel like I fought off the sickness, and it's the first time in my life I've ever done that. I have allergies, not the best immune system, and a lot of the times when I start to feel sick, I'm like, I'll take Zicam and zinc and vitamin C and D, and I'll like do all the things and like really hydrate, and it's just like my body is like, whoa, too little, too late. It's like a narrator. It's like, she tried her best, but to no avail. And then it's like cut to me in bed crying and like I can't breathe. This was the first time ever that I have really like felt it coming on, and I'm like, no, I don't have time. We will not be doing that. Option D, none of the above. I will not be getting sick for Halloween because, like, I've convinced, I mean, he wanted to, but like, my husband's stressing his Eddie, like, I'm not gonna be in bed that day. Well, do you see what I'm saying? Like, it was not an option to be sick, and it's like my favorite holiday of the year, and I just wanted to enjoy it. So this time I like quadrupled the amount of my water intake and went outside a lot in the sunshine and made a homemade tincture. I didn't make it like when I was sick because I wouldn't have been ready, but we do have like this tincture that we keep in a couple of like mason jars downstairs, and I make it with local honey, the rosemary that I grow in my garden, literal rosemary, literally it's rosemary, ginger, lemon peels, orange peels, and garlic. The garlic is so good. Oh my god, after it ferments, you have to give it like 14 days. If anybody wants a video on that, I know it's that time of year, and I'll like tap on it, show it to you, take some, eat some, and then we can make some together, because I should make more for winter anyways. But yeah, I'm a witch is what I'm saying, and I, through the power of my mind and my tincture, I don't know, I think I was just really lucky, but I never fully got stopped up like in the ears and nose, and could breathe through both of my nostrils for like the 3 days that I wasn't feeling too hot, and then I had it. That to me, that says it all. That's a win, and that's what we call a win. The last thing I wanted to update you guys on, the last bit of gossip, story time, mage update. I was involved in a hit and run accident on the way to my dentist appointment, my dental cleaning. October 9th-ish, maybe. It was like mid-October. I will unfortunately insert pictures in the off chance you live in the Charlotte, North Carolina area and know who this person is. But just briefly, because it's really not about like shitting on her, but she really did shit on me. And she's like, made me feel so stupid. Thomas is like a full Scorpio, including the like weird gothic, not that he's like goth, but like he's like the silent disdain type. He's the silent disdain type. And as an Aquarius who's dead inside, I'm like the verbal disdain type. Like if it gets to that point, like we can talk about it, you know. And Thomas would just rather not say anything. I always try to keep it in mind that it's better to say less. Do less, say less. A long story short, I was driving to my dental appointment. I was merging onto an exit in the far right lane. Someone came over onto my car and hit me. We both immediately pulled over. I thought, okay, we both have minimal damage. We're both okay. Like, what more could you want? You know, like, we'll get through this and our insurance will handle it. I immediately am on the phone with my dentist. Well, first I called 911 and asked them to send someone. They did. She got out of her car, which was behind me. We'd pulled over onto the shoulder. And was like banging on my door and yelling at me. And I was like, oh my God, that's her. You know, like I'm on the phone with 911. And she was on the phone too. And she was like, this crazy bitch hit me. And like, I immediately sweat in those situations. Like, I may be like, look cool and bitchy on the outside, but like, I'm sweating. She's like blaming me on the phone with the police. We'll get to that. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I'm 32 years old and a dumbass is how I feel, and like don't even have my own back. I don't know. I get off the phone with them. They say someone's like 5 minutes away because, you know, it's like 8 a.m. in Charlotte. Like the cops are ready. I, back in the day, was fortunate enough to be reached out to by Pearl Dentistry in Charlotte. You should look them up. They're insane. I'll just go ahead and give them a free shout out. But they reached out to me via email. I I think, yeah, 2019, summer 2019. And I did a brand deal with them, paid. They paid quite nicely and at my actual rate, as opposed to other brands that negotiated with me that are much larger brands like Aerie. And I had a great experience doing a paid collaboration with Pearl, and they've been my dentist ever since. And if I'm gonna feature a product or a location or a brand, that's the goal. Like, that's what I hope to come of it, is like an actual relationship. I'm like nervous talking about this, you guys, because I'm like really embarrassed and feel like mad at myself. And like, my mom is really hard on herself. That's where I get it from. And I told her about this situation, and I was like, I just feel stupid. And she was like, well, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Anyway, she goes away from my window. This is my first rec in like 4 years-ish. So I got like 10 recs from age 16 to 17. Like, I totaled Henry the Benzie like 6 times, I think. Like, you would think he was never gonna come back. He came back every time, girl, because that German engineering. But anyway, I do what I did in the 90s and early 2000s, okay? Like, back when things were safer. We were just less interconnected to hear about shit. But this is just like I grew up in a small town in East Tennessee. I don't know if this is a normal thing. I wholeheartedly thought it was normal. I got out of my car. I've made the call to the police. And I haven't made the call to the dentist yet. I'm going to call them to let them know I'm going to be late. And they're going to give me those options at this point in time. I noticed she had a young boy in the front seat, like maybe 7, 8 years old, who had since gotten out with her. She's at the back of her car. I go, and she had hit me like her right side, my left side, my driver's side, her passenger side. So I go back like to her car from my car, and I just make sure she's okay. And I'm like, hey, the police are on their way. Just making sure you're okay. She's instantly like screaming at me on the phone still. I assumed with the police. Honey, now I know it could have been the air. It could have been nobody. Yeah. Yes, I passed law school and the bar exam. And what, like, it's hard. I really thought I was Elwood's. But I'm not. So I'm checking on her. She's screaming at me like, this crazy bitch hit me. Like, she's back here now near my car. And I was like, whoa. I just came to make sure this is the Aquarius side of things, the dead inside vibes. This is what I will say that Thomas won't say. And I was like, girl, you can tell them whatever you want to tell them. And you can even talk to the cops first when they get here. But they're coming. They're on their way. And I like walk back to my car. Why did I do that? But also, why would we both pull over? Like, we need to do like the thing, the process, the cops, the report, the insurance filings. We gotta do it. So I go back to my car. I get in. I call the reception at Pearl Dentistry. And honestly, shout out to them, because they could not have been nicer or more understanding. They're a very, very busy practice with multiple locations in Uptown Charlotte. So they could have been like, girl, we're charging you a $50 fee and canceling you. Like, we don't have time for this. But they were working with me over the phone. And I'm glad I was on the phone with them, because they can be witnesses if I ever need them. Yeah. While I was sitting in my passenger seat with my seatbelt buckled, because I'm a nerd, and my emergency flashers on, waiting for the police to come, her up about, I would say, several thousand feet on the shoulder back to the very next exit. And the only way I can explain this is in Charlotte, when you're exiting onto exit 38, exit 39 is right before that. I know, shocking. But exit 38 goes under an underpass and then becomes its own overpass and then onto another highway. I say that because you would be surprised how close exit 39 and 38 are, because exit 38 does the under overpass thing. Exit 39 is like very close to it and goes its own other way. So they're not fully a mile apart at all. They're like a quarter mile apart. So it's only, I'd say, a couple thousand feet, if that. She backs her car up in the shoulder, honey, to exit 39, and she's gone. She's gone. And I know you're thinking, Elle, did you take pictures or like memorize her license plate? Because I know you have like slight photographic memory about weird things. She took her license plate off from the time that I walked to my car and called the dentist. And she had her 7-year-old son at the back of the car to help her do that. And when I came to the back of her car to check on her to make sure she was okay and knew that the police were coming, and she started like yelling and like leaning against the trunk of her car and like trying to like get me scared and to back up and go away, is because she had him kneeling down there taking off their license plate, and she was covering the license plate with her body. I have photos of that. And I feel like a full-fledged dumbass for not knowing what was happening to me. Like, not being ready for that. I need to file the insurance claim. I feel like I have this police report with no info on it. The police came and shit on my life and hopes and dreams. I'm not like a police stan, but like I'm also grateful they at least exist. I don't know. I asked the guy, like, you can kind of see the last 2 digits. Do you think we can like figure out who this is, or you guys can like go find her or something? And he was like, baby child, no, we don't do vigilante work. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, don't you have a system where you could go type North Carolina license plate, last 2 digits, and like female or something? And he was like, no, this isn't the movies. And I'm like, you don't have a system where you can like look up license plates if they're not complete license plates? Like, I don't, maybe he was just being lazy or something, but I just feel like I got fucked, and it was like a horrible situation. I just feel stupid, and everybody I've told I'm stupid, they're like, I mean, like, Thomas would never like invalidate me in that way, or like actually call me stupid, but he was like, baby, like, how did you not know that that's why she was being like aggressive and like weird, and like, why wouldn't you like stay outside of your car and like stand behind her car or something if she was being weird? And I'm like, what, so she could run me over? Like, it's the one time in my life that somebody started like doing too much with me, and I chose, like, you know what, I'm gonna honor my husband or whatever, like think of him and like how he would handle this. Like, he would have been like, okay, like the cops are on their way, like be angry, and he would have gone back to his car and just waited. yeah, that's not my life path. That's not my destiny. So that's my hit and run story. It's unresolved. I still need to file my insurance claim that I'm embarrassed to file because I'm embarrassed it happened to me. And I just can't believe people are like that. I cannot. Like, little did she know I have USAA because Tom's dad served, and like they're not gonna care regardless, but they like probably would have, like, it wouldn't have been an issue that she didn't have insurance, and they may have even paid for her damages. Like, I don't know, but I feel bad for her kid to be involved in like her hit and run criminality. And like, I've been struggling to accept that happened. I don't know why. The only other update I really wanted to give you guys is I got Disney Dreamlight Valley in mid-October, and it's been over for me, hoes. Like, it's over. I am obsessed. I've never played Animal Crossing or any sort of similar game in my life, but oh my god, Moonlight has upgraded her house 3 times. Like, we've got all of the characters in our valley except for Prince Eric. We have like 10 or more incomplete quests, but I did just finish the Star Path event for October. I completed it. Got every single item, and it's kind of like I'm in this stage of completing quests and unlocking things, like upgrading my wishing wells and stuff, and like, my valley is not pretty at all, and I leave the rocks and the iron ore and the things from when I go mining, I just leave them on the ground everywhere because I cannot be bothered to carry around a rock and then sell it for 1 star coin. Like, you must not think very kindly of me if that's what you would have me do, Disney. But I'm sharing this because I'm really hoping that you guys will comment that you want me to do a Disney Dreamlight Valley playthrough, and maybe we can like clean up my valley together, and I can show, like, I can give you a tour, tell you about the game. TMNT fangirl. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, let's play Disney Dreamlight Valley. We're about to hit 5,000. We'll do a filming room tour when we do. I love you so much. I want to start a Patreon and a P.O. box as well when I hit 5,000. I would have to put, honestly, I think I updated you on this, but I have to put stuff like really gruesome true crime and like the You readings on Patreon. Thomas and I sat down to read chapter, I think 2 or 1. Yeah, because I think I read you a random chapter. We sat down to do You book 1, chapter 1. The 3rd time Thomas said nipple, I was like, we cannot put this on my ASMR channel. Like, we will not be doing that. And thank you for your 18 minutes of your time. But this is going immediately into the trash and deleting all evidence of this. So if we do like that type of reading, it'll have to be on Patreon. You is actually like a thriller. It's pretty scary, but like, I mean, have you seen it on Netflix? Yeah. Anyway, Penn Badgley needs to like calm down and not stop existing. Thank you. Next, close the video. I just want to be clear, I'm not a fan of serial killers or stalkers or anything like that. That's not cute. Penn Badgley is cute. Have you seen his TikToks? Have you seen Penn Badgley dancing on TikTok? And TikTok is free, is what's crazy. So, Book 4 will be out in April, and I'm pretty sure season 4 will be on Netflix. Like the first chunk of it in January, second chunk in February. So, I'm so excited. Lindsay Lohan is back. She's in Falling for Christmas, which is a direct-to-Netflix movie. It is like a Hallmark movie with no loose ends, no bullshit, no like it's an elevated Hallmark movie, I would say. It was so cute. If Lindsay's happy, I'm happy. She's back. The bitch is back. Didn't make it. You've had wine. You've had wine. Oh God, I did not make it 5 minutes without crying. Because that's my girl, and I'm so happy that she's back and doing well. Okay, anyways. I hope you guys enjoyed this like chit-chatty purse haul video. These are going to be my 2 winter bags. I'll probably go ahead and switch to this one for the rest of November, and then gingerbread immediately. But I also might switch to this one immediately and do this one in like January for like the it's still winter but not Christmas anymore vibes. That's our norm. I'll keep you posted, and I just love to catch up with you guys and like spill my soul and like chat and update you about things. So I'm sorry this video was only 2 items, but hopefully lots of tingles, lots of tingly sounds. And then hopefully the next couple of videos can be shorter for you. So until then, until that time comes, and until next time, and in case I don't see you, the only other thing I wanted to update you on is I think I said I have seen Don't Worry Darling. Florence and Harry. And the fact that they're not eating the dinner that she cooked. That was vibes. What was not good was the whole rest of the movie. And I mean, like, Florence's acting is just insane. Insane, man. She's so subtle. And Harry's acting was like pretty great. Like, honestly, I don't know what everybody was so worried about, but it was also giving like, did he and Evan Peters get together and decide this is how we're gonna play these characters exactly the same? Because he was reminding me of Evan Peters's Dahmer in certain scenes. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't, but yeah, even the dinner scene was like ruined because she's technically not aware, but they really tried. Like, they tried so hard to be Stepford Wives. They tried so hard to be Truman Show, and it's just like, you can't put together a bunch of like Ryan Murphy-esque weird vibes and like cut scenes and like fever dream scenes and like like, something I want to ask that won't spoil it for anyone is why were the eggs empty? Why were the eggs just shells? Where did the plane crash go? Was there a plane crash? Like, Chris Evans' wife, when she says it's my turn now. To do what? I'm worried, darling. You have confused me, and I cannot be so easily persuaded by the Harry and Florence dinner scene. But I almost was like, okay, this is gonna be a movie I'll rewatch forever, time and time again. No, it was just too confusing, and not even confusing. It was just like no effort. It was like you just clearly cut a bunch of explanatory and pivotal scenes and made it just this like unresolved pile of vibes and aesthetics. Okay, anyways, I think that's everything I wanted to catch you up on. And Cambria's x-ray results came back. We probably don't have to move forward with the ultrasound because it does seem like she has just intense IBS. So we're gonna change her food and take it from there. But until next time, and in case I don't see you, good morning.